8 laps. If you got cameras, now's your time. If you got earplugs, it's too late. Because here they come to the line for heat number 1. Saunders and Trimble getting out to a massive start. Blair Cooper gets pushed high into the dirt. Going to get shuffled back. Don Grable working his way up to third. Lauren Wofford not able to get the hook. Aiden Saunders leads lap number 1. It's going to be Saunders, Trimble, and Grable, your top 3. Wofford now running high to the inside. That's going to be Kelly Miller. That's going to be a pass for 4th if she can make it stick. Kelly Miller does. We continue to go around. Bradley Cox trying to now hold the low line against Lauren Wofford. That's going to be a clean pass. That's going to be a battle for 5th. Back to the front of the pack. It's going to be Saunders and Trimble. Trimble now only a couple of car lengths back as we move down here into turn number 3. No other major changes so far. We're halfway home in heat number 1. With Aiden Saunders continuing to throw down sub 13-second laps. Everybody keeping it clean and green so far, as clean as you can. As Cox continues to hold off Wofford. Coming around this time, 2 to go for Aiden Saunders. Top 3 has not changed. It's Saunders, it's Trimble and Grable. Miller, Wofford gets high and loose in 2. But it'll stay green. White flag in the air, Aiden Saunders. Saunders is going to come around. It looks like everybody's pretty evenly spaced out. Clean and green as it can be. Aiden Saunders takes the heat. Followed by Trimble, Grable, Miller, Cox, Wofford, Cooper, McElwain, and Hardman. Bounce it. All right. So starting at the rear is going to be the 7D7 of Spencer Hill. Brian Gossel is going to move up to 6th. He'll be on the outside of row 3. Inside of row 3 will be the 20Z of Rick Zeal. On the outside of row number 2 in the 27B, it'll be Garrett Benson. On the inside will be the 22 of Jesse Baker. And on the front row, on the outside, driving the 42, it'll be Caleb Size. And on the inside, number 74, Zach Merritt. They too will be getting 8 laps for heat number 2. Slowly but surely. Hopefully you guys bought earplugs. If you didn't, well, it's a little too late because we're green flag action here at Calhoun. Sai's going to go to the outside, and he's got Garrett Benson right behind him. Real deal Rick Zeal going to slide his way all the way up to 4th. Shuffling to the back is Baker. Now looking to the inside is Benson's almost trying to pull a slide job. Here we got to the back end of Size. Benson continuing to hook it and book it as the front 2 cars have now split off by nearly half a second over Zach Merritt. Continuing to look at the front as that's going to be the major battle. Benson waiting for Size to slip. He's going to take the low line as he's tire to tire. No major changes though. Size able to hold off Benson. Benson going to try to run high. This time it looks like they might have touched a little. Coming to the line. Benson still trying to look any way he can. He's going to get loose. He's going to get sideways. Gets back into gas and is able to save it. So a great save there for the 27B of Garrett Benson. And now, unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get back up to racing speed safely. We're going to throw the yellow. Okay. A little bit of a heart stopper there. So Garrett Benson having a phenomenal run, just getting super high there in 2. As you can see it there in the marbles, you could see exactly how high he got. Not quite sure if he made contact with the wall. But Size continues to lead with Rick Zeal behind. It'll be Merritt in 3rd, the 7D of Spencer Hill in 4th. Jesse Baker 5th, Gossel 6th, and Garrett Benson able to get it back up and running. He's going to come back and bring up the tail. So it'll be 5 laps officially complete. All right, and it looks like we're going to be a single file cone restart. We're going to go green next time, so you cannot pass until you get past that cone, and you got to stay single file. So how much of a mind game will Size play on Zeal and Merritt? Let's see how much they bunch up. The restart line is still kind of faintly there. Here we go, and everybody's clean. Spencer Hill now going to try to dive to the inside. Benson now looking to the inside, and it looks like they might have touched a little bit. We're going to get 2 to go. Size continues to lead over Zeal and Merritt. Spencer Hill getting loose, coming out at 2, makes a little bit of contact with Baker. White flag in the air for Caleb Size. Baker goes super high. That's going to allow Gossel to get by. Benson was hoping, nothing there. Caleb Size is going to take the heat. So it'll be Size with Zeal, with Merritt. So again, the 45 and the 45X are your official front row. Got Kelly Miller and Spencer Hill. Row 2. Row 3, Rick Zeal, Adam Trimble. Row 4, Aiden Saunders, Caleb Size. Row 5, Gossel, Merritt. Row 6, Wofford, Baker. Row 7, McElwain, Cooper. Row 8 will be made up of Hardman and Benson. Lights are out in the tower. They're going to get 25 laps. If you needed your headphones, it's too late now, but I see a lot of cameras. This may be the closest they get. Bradley Cox, lead them to green. Grable's going to take a quick lead over Bradley Cox, but down to the inside goes Kelly Miller. It looks like a little bit of a dust bowl has started here at El Paso County. But so far, so good. Everybody keeping it as clean as they can. Zeal's going to get by Saunders. Gossel's going to get shuffled towards the back. And as it stands right now, Grable continues to lead with Miller. Cox, your top 3. Hill, Zeal, make up your 5. No major changes at the front. All of them running still in the low 16s. Nobody really off the pace at this moment in time. So many different passes going on, it's hard to keep up. But the front 4 have slowly broken away as it's Grable, Miller, Cox, and Hill, your top 4. Zeal trying to hang on to 5th with Caleb Size trying to push to the outside. Might slide jab it. Nothing there. Lauren Wofford down to the inside. Aiden Saunders next. Here comes Benson. Looking back here towards the front, we do have a battle brewing between the 2JR and the 45X. 2JR of Kelly Miller going to try to keep his car low. Keeping it within a car length. May wait for that 45X to slip up just a little bit. Bradley Cox just slightly off the pace, waiting for something to happen out front. Grable continues to lead. This last time by, only 0.3 of a second. But Miller's going to get a run this time. Going to get down to the inside, down to the quarter panel. May have touched him just a little bit. Backs off wisely as we wait to charge up and load up again. Miller going to catch the inside, going to catch the dirt berm that time. Not able to get quite back to the back bumper of the 45X of Grable. This time does, outside of 3 and 4. And they've kind of broken away. Bradley Cox only 2.4 seconds back, but definitely noticeable here on the track. Here comes Miller. Miller going to try to go high, go low. Grable blocks. Miller still within a car length. Try to go outside, inside. That didn't work. We'll have to charge up again. Now going to try to dive to the inside out. Not able to make the pass that time. Less than 0.2 of a second split. This time Miller staying on the back bumper. But now we're going to go back to the battle for fourth. As we got 3 cars all side by side. You have Spencer Hill. You've got Garrett Benson. You've got Caleb Size. Benson coming all the way up from 14th. Trying to make a run. So we're going to move back to the front and the pass is complete. Kelly Miller has officially passed the 45X of Don Grable and is coming around halfway home. Kelly Miller representing Canada, but not going to give it up easy is going to be Grable. Got to the inside as they're going to come around. This time coming to the line. They're going to give it a dead heat there, but they're going to give the nose to Grable in our scoring. Miller gets pushed up high. Here comes Miller low. And we got a yellow as the Adam Trimble goes around in turn number 1. So we're going to have the choose cone out this time. So Miller will go low. Let's see how bundled up this goes. Grable wisely goes to the outside. Cox inside. Garrett Benson's going to go high. As Hill and Size make up row 3. Zeal Wofford row 4. All right, and here we go again. Benson getting a phenomenal jump on Bradley Cox. As Cox may be shuffled back. Cox slides back to 5th, but now has the 77 of Spencer Hill to the inside. But coming back out front, it's Kelly Miller. It's going to be Miller, Grable, Benson, Size, your top 4. Wofford, Hill, Cox, your next 3 in line. Trimble trying to make his way back up through the field. Started at the rear, he's already passed 5 cars, looking to get around Zach Merritt. But Merritt will not give it up easy. Aiden Saunders is going to go high. And we've got a 2-car pass right there for Adam Trimble. Back to the front. Battle for second is brewing as Garrett Benson's now going to get back to the back bumper of Don Grable. Grable's going to try to break away through 3 and 4. It is still the Kelly Miller show, running a 14.913 that time. Continuing to break away from Grable and Benson. Benson to the inside of Grable. Battle for second. Benson making the pass. Benson goes to second. Cox slid way back after having a phenomenal run. But continuing his march is going to be Kelly Miller representing Canada. And we got 1 around in 1 and 2. It's going to be Brian Hardman that goes around. So the 16 of Brian Hardman goes around. Coming to the green. 19 complete. Benson, Miller, here we go. Once again, Miller gets a phenomenal start, but Benson's going to get into the back bumper and causes a big choke up there. That's going to allow Grable by in Size. Big claws in the air. 5 laps to go. Size trying to hold off Garrett Benson. And now we got multiple cars around. That's going to be Gossel and Cooper. Yellows in the air. Going to have 1 to go to the green. $19 down, only a few to go. Kelly Miller leads them around and leads them to the green. No major stack ups, but here comes Trimble. Trimble working his way all the way from the back. He's found his way back up to 6th. But it's going to be Kelly Miller, Don Grable, Caleb Size, your top 3. Less than a handful of laps. Miller continuing to run away. Benson back to 4th. Going to look to try to get around Size for 3rd. Nothing happening. We got double flags in the air. Pointing down. 2 laps to go. The pride and joy of Alberta, Canada. Leading his way around. Has a lap and a quarter to hang on. Kelly Miller takes the white. No major crashes, no major spins. Nothing's going to stop the man from Alberta. Kelly Miller takes home the victory. It's Miller, Grable, Size, your top 3, with Benson, Trimble coming away with a top 5. As Kelly's going to get all the pictures. There he is climbing out of the car. Your second place finisher of the 45X, it's Don Grable. It's Kelly Miller taking home the Gertie Engine Wing Desert Series victory here tonight at El Paso County Speedway here in Callahan, Colorado. Well, we do still have a few more main events to go this evening, but appreciate everybody coming out for the races that they have stuck around at.